What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City match preview. It is, of course, the first match preview of the 2021-2022 season, and we're starting off the campaign with our first competitive game in the Premier League. We travel to Tottenham Hotspur away. Not a happy hunting ground going to Tottenham Hotspur's new stadium. However, the 2021-2022 season starts now, and if anything from last season that I learned is that things that haven't gone well in previous seasons can go well and can be rectified going into this season. Fresh start, going to a ground that we've come unstuck at the last couple of times. Let's go and rectify that, and let's go and get a win. Fresh start as well. Both sides not in the swing of things. I'm not expecting a classic. I think this is going to be a close game. Sunday, 15th of August 2021 with a 4:30 PM BST kickoff time. It's London away days. All fans allowed back into the stadiums. What's not to like? Pep Guardiola taking on Nuno Espirito Santo. It's also Nuno's first competitive game in charge of Tottenham Hotspur. Let's go. But before I crack on with this preview, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, then please do subscribe to my channel, press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. Plenty more Manchester City content to come throughout the whole season for everybody to enjoy. Also got my live watch along of this game. Link is already out if you want to go and set your reminder, and I will see you guys all over there on Sunday for that game with a live watch along for everybody to enjoy on my YouTube channel. Also, don't forget social media links there in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. My email also in the description below too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business enquiries. Leave a thumbs up as well if you do enjoy this video, and also don't forget to leave your thoughts in the comments below, including your score and team prediction for this game. Let's crack on with this video though. Let's speak about first our oppositions, Tottenham Hotspur. Obviously, big talking point, let's speak about it. Harry Kane, he's had a couple of days training under his belt going into this game. He more than likely isn't going to be starting in this game. He may well come off the bench and feature. I'm not sure though if he will or not. Like I said, he's only had a couple of days to get back up to speed with things. But I think from a morale-boosting point of view, I think Spurs will have him on the bench. It also stops people talking about his future if you don't include him in the squad. So I think Tottenham, of course, will include him in the squad for that specific reason. And because of that, then, it means Tottenham may try and change things up a little bit with no Harry Kane. A new manager, new systems, new formations. I suspect Heung-Min Son is definitely going to be starting in this game. It's all about where is he going to be starting. Is he going to be out wide, or is he going to be going through the centre? And with no Harry Kane, I reckon we could see Heung-Min Son going through the centre, running at Manchester City's high line and at Manchester City's defence, trying to exploit us that way. He's the immediate danger man, loves a goal against us as well. He's a fantastic football player. If he hadn't signed a new contract, I'd be pushing really hard that if Harry Kane didn't work out in the transfer market to go for Son, because he's a fantastic player, always seems to do well every time I see him play. He's quick, tricky, causes problems, good with the ball, good finisher, can make things happen when there's nothing happening. Fantastic football player that City basically need to man-mark out of this game. Looking elsewhere into their squad, Ruben, however you say his name, playing in at left-back. I rate him, think he's a good player, looking to see how he does into this game. Christian Romero, new signing, looking forward to seeing how he slots in if he does end up starting. He's a defender, playing at centre-back. Bryan Gil as well has come into Tottenham's squad. They're seeing how he does. That would be very interesting. But looking towards players that have left, Alderweireld has left Tottenham Hotspur, of course, and Eric Lamela has left as well. I look towards their squad. No Harry Kane. Yeah, I think it's a good time to be playing Tottenham, looking a bit disjointed. Obviously just had pre-season, not had the chance to play any one of the high quality in a competitive game. No one has. Always interesting. I'll tell you right now, Tottenham will be saying the same thing. It's a good time to be playing Manchester City because it's pre-season. We haven't had a chance to get into our rhythm, so to speak. And so, yeah, I feel like both teams feel like it'll be a good time to play each other, which is why I think it's going to be a close game. Probably wouldn't rule out a 0-0 here. And considering how many first-team players City are going to have away from their starting 11 due to the fact they've only just come back into training, I probably would take a draw, but that's just me. I'm sure other people's opinions will be a little bit different. Now, I want to see Manchester City doing a little bit better than what we did last weekend in the Community Shield defeat against Leicester City. Like I said, a lot of our players now are back. They've had at least a few days training under their belt, so I suspect our bench is going to look a lot stronger. The question is, Cole Palmer, he started. Will he be in and around the City squad for this game? And also Samuel Edozie, he started last weekend against Leicester in the Community Shield. Will they be in and around the first team squad? I'm not expecting them to start, but they could well make the bench. In terms of injuries for City, there won't be any Kevin De Bruyne, there won't be any Phil Foden, so that is a big bonus there for Tottenham Hotspur going into this game. And then for Manchester City, of course, we've had players that have been out on international duty. Aymeric Laporte has been isolating. Gabriel Jesus has only just come back for Manchester City as well. We've had our English players, so players like Kyle Walker. We've had Raheem Sterling. We've had John Stones. These players have only just started to come back into training, and whilst I think some of them may make the bench, I don't think they'll be starting in this game, and I suspect our team may look pretty similar to what came out against Leicester last weekend. Now, I think one of the biggest selections we've got is, do we go with Zack Steffen or do we go with Ederson? Ederson's only been back for a few days as well. It won't take long or as long for a goalkeeper to get back up to speed with things, because in terms of physicality, it isn't taking them as long, but in actual technical ability, it may take them a little while, which is why I suspect that we may go with Zack Steffen. He's had pre-season. I was impressed with Steffen last weekend against Leicester City as well, and I reckon he may well get the nod in this game. So, yeah, with that in mind, I'm going to pop up my team prediction now for you guys. I've gone with Zack Steffen in goal. I'm going for Cancelo at right back and Benjamin Mendy at left back. I'm going with Ruben Diaz and Nathan Ake to play as our centre backs. Of course, Kyle Walker only just come back, so I don't think he'll be featuring in this game. Zinchenko, I think, has only just come back for Manchester City as well. Like I said before, Laporte and Stones have only just come back as well, so I think we'll be going with that defence instead. In terms of midfield, a bit of a tricky one with no Phil Foden and also no Kevin De Bruyne as well. So the team kind of selects itself in the middle. The question is, do we go with Bernardo Silva or not? Bernardo Silva, of course, being linked with the exit door, could be leaving Manchester City. He didn't start in the Community Shield, so it's all about, do we want extra creativity? I've gone for Fernandinho to be playing in defensive midfield alongside Rodri. It could see Rodri slot into defensive midfield and Fernandinho pushing further forward, and Ilkay Gundogan to play as a further upfield central midfielder for Manchester City going into this game. If Bernardo Silva does start, it'll be one of Fernandinho or Rodri, you would think, that would drop out, and that would give Manchester City a little bit more creativity. However, going off how good Tottenham Hotspur are, how good they are going forward, how motivated they'll be to impress a new manager as well, and how hard they're going to work, I reckon City could go with a little bit more cover. Fernandinho, Rodri and Gundogan give City a little bit more cover. I would say we might look a bit disjointed, but we've only just had our first team squad come back. Will it look disjointed? Well, it's going to look disjointed anyway, so if things didn't go to plan for City, I probably wouldn't look towards that being the reason why things didn't go to plan, because, well, quite simply, players, they're not sharp enough to be featuring in this game. They've only just come back to training. They've had no pre-season. So, you know, we're kind of backed into a corner here. In terms of attack for City, I'm going for Mahrez right wing, Jack Grealish left wing. We're getting his first start for Manchester City, making his Premier League debut as well, £100 million signing. And I'm going for Ferran Torres to lead the line for Manchester City as Jesus has only just come back. Although some have been speaking about how Jesus could start this game. Wouldn't rule out Pep throwing out a couple of surprises out there. Maybe a couple of our senior players that have only been back for a few days coming into the squad and possibly starting. But that team that I've named there has a familiar feel to what it did against Leicester City. Bar Cole Palmer and Samuel Edozie not starting and going with some more senior first team players instead. So there we go. Like I said, we may have these senior players on the bench. They'll come off the bench, of course, as they look to try and get back up to speed. I'm talking players, like I said, Sterling, Stones, Laporte, Walker, Zinchenko, Jesus, even Ederson as well. But I think it'll probably, we're talking maybe a week or two before we start to see these players into the starting 11 as they look to try and build up their match fitness, their match preparation, and how sharp they are trying to get Manchester City's game back into a high standard that has come to be expected from a Pep Guardiola team. But as it is, it's in this situation. It is what it is. We have loads of international players that are getting far in international tournaments. Then obviously they're going to have a little bit longer, so we have to make do with our big squad, and it's why we spent so much money on having this big squad, so we can cope when it comes to these difficult games like this game. And it'd be great to get off to this season having a kind of weakened team out there and picking up 3 points at a difficult away game. That'll set us up really, really nicely as we look to try and retain our Premier League trophy. But for this game, I'm not expecting it to be a clean, fluent game. Same standard from City. We're going to have to put our chances away. We'll create chances, 100%. Them chances need to go into the back of the net. I've got a feeling going into this game, I think it'll be a pretty tight, close, low-scoring game. I think for the first half, I think both teams will be looking to try and get back up to speed with Premier League football and try and suss each other out. I wouldn't be surprised if Nuno tries to get Tottenham pressing and going for the first 10-15 minutes, try and make something happen and put City on the back foot and put us under pressure and look for that first goal. However, if City can see that out, then I'm confident we can start to get into our rhythm, start to dictate the pace and play of the game and move forward from there and see if we can try and be clinical and nab a goal or two. Like I said, wouldn't rule out a 0-0. That's my score prediction for this game. In terms of a betting tip, Fernandinho, if he does start, 100% to be carded any time is where my money would be. If I'm to bet on there being a goal in this game, of course, with 0-0 being my score prediction, I don't think there will be a goal, but if there is a goal, I'd probably tip for Heung-min Son, if he does start, to score any time. So there we go. They're my thoughts for the preview. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below with your score and team prediction for this game. But let's go. Title defence starts now. Let's get off to a good start. Let's get them 3 points. That'd be fantastic. Let's see if we can beat Nuno in his first competitive game in charge at Tottenham Hotspur. Think back to last season, first game of the season, Wolves away. We played Nuno. We played really well. We got the job done and we got the win. Something similar here would be fantastic. Let's go and do that. I will see you guys for the live watch along for this game, so do go and set your reminder if you haven't already. Thank you everybody for watching. It is much appreciated. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you are new around here. Press that red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on. Social media links, they're in the description below, sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. Email also in the description below too. If you want to hit me up for any sponsorship for any videos or any general business enquiries, leave a thumbs up if you do enjoy this video and let me know your thoughts in the comments below, including your score and team prediction for this game, and I'll see you all again for the watch along for this game. So I'll see you tomorrow. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.